Hi everyone. We are
LaChiMoLaLa.
LaChiMoLaLa. And we are back with our rendezvous. Ooh, this time
Woo!
with KARD. Yay!
We are rendezvousing with KARD. Okay, so there is not enough co-ed bands. I feel like across the board,
Yeah,
like just in general, like I feel like there isn't enough.
in any genre.
Yeah, any genre, I don't care if it's country, rock, anything, So it's nice and refreshing to see that there's a co-ed band,
Yes.
So, the specifically with K-pop though, the only other K-pop band that I am really aware of is Sharp. And Sharp, it's spelled, I mean, you would think it's SHARP, though that's how you spell sharp. I know how to spell.
I
But
feel like we're suddenly in a spelling bee. What's happening?
their name is really cute. It's actually S, then the sharp sign or pound sign, and then ARP. So,
Oh,
look it up. They are actually a really, really, really great co-ed band. I really enjoyed their music back in the day.
are
Um,
they first gen?
yeah. So they're yeah, they're a much older band.
But that's cool. I mean, it's interesting that there was such a thing because we see so few of them now.
Yeah, they had such like really fun bops. So, it's unfortunate because that band also had like a scandal too, with bullying. So, which is
Oh.
unfortunate, but things are okay now. So, bringing it out there, everything's all okay with that band. So,
We're
um,
turning the page on that.
yeah. So then, but anyway, so knowing the fact that KARD is a co-ed band, like that makes me really excited. And
Yes.
so want to give a shout out to both Alex and Lessa for recommending KARD. Alex actually recommended KARD a couple months ago and said, I think you guys will like the song Ring the Alarm.
Mhm.
And it's really really cool that our subscribers are very in tune with what we like, so we
I
kind of
mean, we're not hiding it, but I
no.
love getting recommendations for new music. Love it, love it, love it.
Yes, absolutely love it.
And these guys have
So
been popping up in my algorithm for a while. People are like, "Hey, you might like KARD.
mhm.
Hey, have you thought about KARD?" And I just there's so much good music. I hadn't gotten to it yet.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, yeah, perfect opportunity. So, although we won't be listening to Ring the Alarm today, we will actually in the upcoming weeks because we have decided out of the blue that we are going to see KARD even though we haven't listened to any of their music yet because we trust our subscribers. So, but we're going to listen to four songs today, which are Onana, right?
Mhm.
Um, and then the other, wow, my memory sucks. That's all I remember.
Oh na na, rumor, hola hola, and gunshot.
Yay!
And we're gonna watch Ring the Alarm separately, probably right before we see the show. Because guess what, guys? We just happened to look, and they're gonna be in town, so it's kind
Yes.
of perfect timing. Kismet. Once I knew we were gonna do KARD, I did listen to their newest mini. It's the only songs of theirs I've listened to, and I think I texted Tammy like on song two, and I was like, "Oh, I think we'll like this band."
Yeah.
But it's all I've listened to, just those five songs.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to like go back and see what else they have going on. And I liked it sounded like it had more of like a rocky vibe and guitars, and we're both guitar ladies.
Oh, yes, we
Uh,
are.
so I was really excited. And I think the ladies have a very gorgeous voices. Um, I just think it's gonna be so much fun. Yay!
Yeah. Yeah. And then there is another story to KARD that we really, really love. And it involves BM, aka Big Matthew. And he is the one that started the Big Titty
Big Titty
Committee.
Committee.
Oh boy, Beth, you're way better at explaining this before I start butchering
Oh my
stuff.
gosh. Oh my gosh. So it's Big Titty with a D. Tiddi. And basically, the story goes BM was doing a live stream Instagram, and a fan asked him which body part he liked to work out the most. And he said his pecs and then made some funny comments about his got to keep those titties big, got to make those titties look good. And of course, started a meme, of course, because K-pop fans are the best.
They
We know
are.
exactly what needs to be, immortalized forever. And this
Hmm.
was one of those things.
Yes.
So I read a great article with him on Refinery 29, and it was like a great back and forth interview. And he talked about how, he just said it on the fly. He's from LA, he says what he thinks. Thank
I
you.
know, right?
And then 3 or 4 months afterwards, he was at a concert, and a fan told him that their music was really helping her get through breast cancer. She had just gotten through chemotherapy and she felt really inspired by them. So he decided to take one silly meme and turn it into like this amazing project. He started making t-shirts, he started recruiting other idols, all idols we love,
Hmm.
Shonu, Wanho, RM, many more, many
Hmm.
more, Mingyu.
Hmm.
And within 3 months, he showed a snapshot of a check he sent to breast cancer research for over 20 grand. And that was just in the first couple months.
That's
And this
crazy.
was in 2019.
Amazing.
And they're still selling this stuff. They're still out there getting more money for cancer research. I just thought it was so amazing that it was just kind of a silly joke,
Hmm.
but talking to one fan really sparked a movement.
Yeah.
And I think it's really cool because not only do guys also get breast cancer, but I do feel like it's kind of not seen as much, maybe.
Hmm.
There's not a lot of male celebrities who are promoting it and trying to get money for it.
Right.
So it's just like really, really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. It made me already be like a little bit in love with him.
Yes. Yes. I mean, who are we kidding? A lot in love, you
A
know?
lot in love. And that's when we decided we got to see the Big Titty Committee live.
Yes, we gotta see the Big Titty Committee, yeah, the leader of that, live, and also like ugh, such a great cause, you
Yeah.
know? It's just the whole message. I mean, it's hilarious when you hear it because like when you're walking by and you're like, did that person just say Big Titty Committee? What? Big Titty Gang? What? It sounds very offensive, you know, but there's actually a whole amazing story behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we both decided if they they sell those shirts at the venue, we'll be
We got to
wearing
get
it.
it.
Yeah.
Gotta. And yeah, it's so sweet that they would take something small and then be able to like really give back, not just to their fans, but to everyone.
Yeah.
It's a cause much bigger than themselves. And I think that it's just so awesome. I love it when a band can take feedback from their fans and somehow spin that into more good.
Yeah.
So, like I said, makes us really in love with them
Yes.
already.
And the best part is that you too can be part of the Big Titty Committee.
That's right.
Yeah, he's very inclusive. He's like, all you need to do is just as long as you do one push up,
You're in.
you're in.
It's for everyone.
Yeah, he's super inclusive. Could be on your knees, could be a full push up, whatever. So, yeah. And as far
They
as I'm,
don't turn anyone away
yeah,
from the Big Titty Committee.
yeah. So we both have done push ups, you know, and
We're in.
so we're already in the committee, guys. Join us.
Join us. Join us. So
Yeah, yeah.
I feel
So,
like between knowing, what good people they are, just good humans,
yeah,
and then knowing that, they write and they play instruments and they're amazing vocalists. I mean, it's just about time we get into them.
yeah, yes.
And I
But
feel like they're liked by a lot of groups that we already like, which is always a good sign.
Right. And yes, so Lessa had mentioned that one of their unit songs, Inferno, will like that was recommended by Bing Chan. And if you don't know who Bing Chan is, he is the leader from Stray Kids.
I believe
And
he's also in the Big Titty Committee.
I
He
would be
should be.
shocked
I
if
think he
he
is.
is not in the Big Titty Committee. And he is anyways because he does push-ups. So
Yes.
yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of the guys who donated as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, he recommended Inferno, which is like I said, a unit song. But we will get to that eventually, but we want to focus more on the co-ed aspect, like the completeness of KARD, you know?
Hmm.
So yeah, we'll definitely check out the unit songs
I
later.
love subunit stuff, but we got to know the full picture before we
Mm-hmm.
can kind of dive in that deep.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling we're going to love this and we will dive that deep. So, actually, I'm
Yeah.
like so excited. Can we get started?
Yeah,
Please, please.
yeah. But you guys, before we do rendezvous with KARD, you guys, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And so we could continue on with more rendezvousing with all these other artists that you considered underrated. So
We got a big list now.
yeah,
So,
we got a huge list.
okay, so we're going to start way back in 2016.
All right.
And this is Oh Na Na. I would like to say this has 41.5 million views.
Oh, wow.
No
Okay.
slouch, no slouch. This was the earliest one recommended to us. So we thought, got to start at the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. Well, I'm super excited for this. So here we go. KARD. Oh, na na.
Yay!
Huzzah.
Huzzah!
All right.
지겨워 always 왜 맘에 없는 남자만 말을 거나요 go away 에이 너무 뻔하잖아 식상한 매력 느끼한 말투 아무 느낌 없어 no no 제발 내 앞에 나타나줘 어디에 있나요 my love 날 구해줘
You're looking for a man that's realer 날 만나기 전에 맘껏 즐겨
I love that they all dance together.
Yeah. I like his rapping. He's very
Me
solid.
too.
매일 노래를 불러줘요 oh na na na
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
oh na 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 그대 뜨거운 가슴이 조금만 식어도 덜어질지도 몰라 영원히 곁에 있어 날 지켜줘요 오늘처럼 oh na na oh na na 오늘처럼 oh na na
Ooh, I'm liking this beat.
Yes.
oh na 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 불안해 all night 옆에 있어도 사라질까봐 난 두려워요 no way 훌쩍 떠날까봐
I really like her voice.
너 없이 못살것 같아 모르겠어 자꾸만 보고 싶은데 얼마나 사랑해 정말 사랑해 내 모든 걸 맡길게 나아줘
My real lady 왜 놀리니 널 향한 호기심의 깊이님이 no limit 날 더 미치게 만들어 널 못 놀림이
Ooh, I like this.
비모은 실소화초 내게 헌신소와 위험이 걸음의 순간을 거룩 한 찰나의 찬란한 아름다움 너의 버팀목이 되어 지켜주는 안식처 모두 맡겨도 돼요
매일 날 위한 노래를 불러줘요 oh na 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 달콤한 눈빛으로 날 녹여줘요 oh na 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 그대 뜨거운 가슴이 조금만 식어도 덜어질지도 몰라 영원히 곁에 있어 날 지켜줘요 오늘처럼 oh na 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 계속
Ooh.
날 사랑한다 해줘 뒤돌아섰을 때면 자꾸 보고 싶다 해줘요 나나나나나나나나나나나 조금만 더 남자답게 난 네 거라고
Ugh, the hook is so good.
It's really good.
오늘처럼 oh na na oh na na oh na 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 매일 날 위해 노래 불러줘요 oh na 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 달콤한 눈빛으로 날 녹여줘요 oh na na na
Ugh, I love when all four of them are singing.
Yes, I was gonna say the same thing.
될지도 몰라 영원히 곁에 있어 날 지켜줘요 오늘처럼 oh na na
Ooh.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay, I love their little logo too with of course when I heard card even spelled with a K, of course I thought of playing cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that they kind of incorporated that in.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, like the song. The song is so I don't know. I feel like the song I could totally listen to at the beach
Yes.
or hammock. It sounds a little bit tropical to me, and
Yeah.
I love
Pool
it.
party.
Yes, pool party vibes.
Yeah.
Definitely like a summer song to me. But still, I could listen to this in the winter. I mean, I could dream about the beach, right? So,
I was gonna say we don't have a winner.
yeah.
So
I don't know what that means in LA. Yeah.
this is an all year rounder.
hmm hmm
But I know what
Yeah.
you mean. Like in the chorus and the hook, there's kind of that like it feels like an island vibe.
Yeah, and you had mentioned that you love the hook, and so do I. It's like so catchy, like
Oh god.
oh na na na, and
Right?
something that
It
it
gets
was
stuck in your head.
yeah, and you're already like I'm already singing to it, so it's so catchy. And I'm sorry, I don't know the two women like their names, but I will now, like after we're
Yeah.
done rendezvousing with them. But their voices are very distinct. They're like different, like
Yes.
it's not like two girls with the same like voices,
Mm-mm.
because like sometimes I hate to say this, like when there's like a band, especially like the bigger ones, that are like 13 or whatnot, sometimes that voices kind of blends in. It sounds almost the same,
Mhm.
and you kind of get confused sometimes unless you really dive deeper into that band. You're like, okay, now I could see like that difference, but then they kind of sound similar. These two girls, like I feel like they sound very different to me, when they
Yeah.
sing. And I absolutely love that. And the two guys too, like their rapping is really fun, like
And very different from each other again.
yes,
Yeah. I was
yes.
thinking the same thing. I'm wondering if I feel like maybe the bigger the band, the more you need to blend and sound similar. But when you're a smaller band like this, I feel like you're able to, stand out more, maybe
Yeah. Yeah.
shine a little bit more on your own. I
Mhm.
really agree with you about the female singers. Their tones are completely different when they're singing together. I mean, they are harmonizing, but it almost just sounds like two leads singing their own lead part,
Yeah.
which is pretty hard to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really think the brunette, she's giving me like mad Hawassa, like Mama Moo vibes, and I
Mhm.
am living for it.
Yeah. Yeah. And the two guys, like the way that they rap, it's like it's
Right? It's
it's
good.
really
It's
good.
good.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt that they're both kind of baritones.
Yeah.
In case you guys haven't noticed, a baritone rapper is my kryptonite. But yeah, I think you mentioned that the first one was so good. I really loved how like smooth and kind of laid back he was. And then
Mhm.
the other guy, his flow, it kept switching rhythms.
Yeah.
Like every 5 to 8 beats, he was like switching it up a little, which I really thought was fun because I didn't know where he was going next.
Yeah.
And that's pretty hard to do. We listen to a lot of music.
Yes. And you also pointed this out, like like when they all harmonize together, all four of
Yes, at
them.
the end.
It's so gorgeous.
Because
Ugh.
we're not used to hearing that kind of thing in
Yeah.
K-pop because
Mhm.
there's not that many co-ed bands.
Yeah.
It just really stuck out, and I kind of love that they saved it for the end.
Yeah.
It
It's like
felt
a
like just like a little surprise.
Yeah, I was gonna say a little surprise at the end.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And then just talking about the video a little, I love that we were both like, it's a tropical summer bop. And it's like a moody, dark video.
Yeah.
I'm sure people are like, why would you say that? We were
Yeah.
just listening, we were just talking about the music there, guys.
Right.
But the fact that it still works in this like edgy, kind of dark city vibe
Yeah.
is really cool.
Yeah.
And I think I said it during the video, but I love that they're dancing together. I love that it's kind of spicy dancing.
Yeah.
It's a little naughty. I saw that. I saw that.
There were body rolls in there.
Mhm.
And
Mutual.
a little booty pop, you know? So
But I really thought it was cool that, you know, they're all like dancing together. They're all on the roof together. They're all in the car together. And even the lyrics that were, you know, I really loved the idea that, you know, you're getting hit on by a guy and you're like, I've got a man. Where's my man?
Yeah.
Come over here and save me real quick.
Yeah.
I don't need this.
Yeah.
So I kind of thought that was really fun. I feel like a lot of times, you know, something like this is either like if you hear something called "Oh Na Na Na," you think it's a flirty song, but to me this was like a "Oh Na Na Na."
You're like, oh no, you know.
And even though some of the lyrics towards the end were like, "Where's my man? Come get me," it wasn't about flirting, which is also kind of fun. You know, it wasn't. The lyrics were not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
And again, I like a surprise.
Yeah. Who doesn't, right? First song down, and we already love it. Love it, and love them.
It's already happening.
Yes.
All right, let's move on to the next one, which is a rumor. I believe this is 2017. I'm pretty sure this is 2017.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. KARDs. I'm not sure what the fandom is yet. I guess we'll find out soon enough since we're about to join.
Yes.
But this one has 20.2 million views, so still a lot of views. And let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Rumor. Oh, I love that. So cool.
Oh, so this is like a vertical.
You see how it was LG in the beginning? I wonder if this was all filmed on a phone.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh, I like this beat.
벌써 날 잊어버렸는지 절대 그럴 리가 없는데 어떻게 난 인정 못해 그리 쉽게 날 잊고서 행복해 너무 가혹해 너란 여자도 오케이 여태 건 몰라서 난 속았던 것 같아 지금까지도 난 너를 못 잊겠는데 뭘 해도 네 미소가 지워지질 않는데 그럴 일 없어 이건 말도 안돼 분명 잘못 봤을 거라고 믿을래 너무나 힘들어 괜찮은 척하는
I love the layers.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, love it.
여자와 있는 걸 봤다면서
Love it.
셈이 나서 우리가 떨어지길 바랬나 봐 친구랑 있는 걸 봤겠지 절대 그럴 리가 없는데 난 인정 못해 그리 쉽게 날 잊고서 행복해
I love her voice.
여태껏 몰랐어 날 속였던 것 같아 아무렇지 않을 거라고 믿었는데 나 완벽하게 나를 지운 줄 알았는데
Giving me Jessie attitude. I love it.
분명 잘못 봤을 거라고 믿을래 너무나 힘들어 괜찮은 척하는 것도 친구들 말로
I love her voice too.
Right? Ugh.
아니면 돼
여기저기서 들리는 말들 전부 사실인 게 맞나요 맞죠 맞죠 지금 내 눈을 바라보면
전부 다 거짓말이야 전혀 없어 그런 적 누구나 노력해도 마음은 쉽게 못 잊어 예전 사진만 비치는 휴대폰의 모니터 과거로 냅두기엔 waste of a real love
너무나 힘들어 괜찮은 척하는 것도 친구들 말로 이미 난 누군가가 생겼대
늦지는 않았다고 말해줄래 부탁해 한 번만 더 기회를 줄래 Where you at my love Where you at my love 알잖아 나는 너 아니면 돼
This part is so cute.
I love that dance. It's so cute.
Ooh.
Oh, I really enjoyed this song. Okay, the song kind of reminds me a little bit of reggaeton, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I kind of had like that feeling to it, and
The
I
like
love it.
third layer almost sounded like a steel drum, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. I got that. It was like a synthesized steel drum sound. Is there an
Yeah.
electronic steel drum? Maybe that's what it was.
I don't know, but
It was cool sounding.
It was a great beat. Like I really, really enjoyed it, you know?
Again, this felt tropical.
Yeah, this
Did we
also-
only pick the tropical ones?
I know.
I mean, I have no issue with it. I'm loving it so
Yeah,
far.
there's never enough tropical music. Please.
No. Yeah, so just talking about the song, I really loved how they layered it up. It definitely felt like you were making a cake, right? So you've
Mhm.
got the first rapper coming in solid, and there's
Yep.
just like that softness to it. And then it like kicks up to second gear, and then it kicks up to fourth gear, and each person is like adding their own spin on it, their own flavor. I really thought it was interesting too. The rapper who was mostly in all orange, the taller one,
Mhm.
I got to hear a lot more of his tone this time. He has a very interesting tone. It's very far back in his throat.
Yeah.
So it's like very like round, and you've got a lot of that resonance there.
Mhm.
It's just a very different sound. A lot, it's again, I feel like that's another reason it was giving you like reggaeton vibes.
Yeah.
Again, I was getting like island vibes from it.
Yeah.
It was a very specific, it sounded different from the first go round. So I'm not sure if that's just how his voice evolved or if he's doing it for this, but it was much more noticeable this time and really beautiful.
Yeah, I felt like the other rapper though, like he was a little bit auto-tune.
Mm.
Um,
There was
but
auto-tune in the beginning, I feel like, and then
yeah,
it kind of fell away.
yeah. And which isn't bad. I mean, like if you use it right, then it sounds just fine,
And this was nice because, like I said, it wasn't the whole song.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's kind of exhausting on the ear. But in the beginning, you're just like, ooh, it sounds like he's being filtered through a synthesizer. What's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah, and most of the time I don't like autotune at all. Only because like I feel like they're singers and they normally have beautiful voices, like showcase it.
Mhm.
And if you do too much of it, it's like, ugh, I'm like, where's their voice? I want to hear their voice. But it was enough where it kept my attention. I'm like, oh, like it's not bad at all,
And
like
I felt like
it's
it worked, especially with the lyrics, because it gave that kind of detached, cold, metallic
Yeah.
sound.
yeah.
So it did fit. You're right.
Yeah, so in this case, I felt like, I was fine with it. I was like, okay, I hear it, but, it wasn't overdone. You could still hear his voice really well.
Mhm.
And I really enjoyed it. And now that you talked about the lyrics is really, I mean, even though it's going back and forth, like the lyrics are actually pretty sad,
They are sad, actually. And I really liked the portion where they were basically like, it feels like our friends are trying to keep us apart.
Yeah.
They're telling me one thing, they're telling you something. I didn't do that. You didn't do that. Like, it feels like, when you're dating someone and you have like an epic communication meltdown and
Yeah.
both of you are too proud to call the other one and be like, did this really happen?
Yeah, and this sounds really strange, but like I feel like this type of song is meant for a co-ed song because it's like
Yes.
they're
It's
talk
very duetty. Yeah, they're
yeah,
talking to
yeah,
each other
they're talking to each other,
and
which
about each other. Yeah.
yes, yes. And which I feel like is again really rare. But
Mhm.
if you have that feeling of them talking to each other, it's like you're seeing like a whole story play out in front of you, which is
Yes,
like
and
a
this you would normally have to get a guest star to make this sort of thing happen, but they can
yep.
do it on their own.
Yeah, yeah.
Come
And so that's like a pro, right? Of
Mhm.
having a or being in a co-ed band because you could tell these stories, like this and like switching it back and forth like this, which makes it really fun.
Yeah, especially this way, like you said, you feel like you get both sides, so it doesn't feel quite so like it could feel a little like whiny even,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not because of how it's being thrown back and forth.
Yeah.
I also feel like the second rapper who I felt like I heard him much more on this song.
Uh-huh.
I felt like the blonde singer I heard a lot more on this song.
Yeah.
I just felt like not that she stood out more, just I was like, oh wow, I felt like I got a better sense of her voice.
Yeah.
And like I said, she was giving me Jessie attitude, which I
Yeah.
liked. I don't
Yeah.
think she smiled once, and maybe she shouldn't because the song is sad.
Yeah.
But it was fierce eyes and like flipped hair and
Very
like
sassy.
like very much like the lyrics are saying she cares, but her body language is saying she doesn't, which again, haven't we all done that? Been thinking one thing and giving something else. So
Yeah.
I just felt like it really worked.
Yeah.
And the vulnerability I felt like kind of came more from the brunette. And it was great. It was like they were two sides of the same woman,
Yeah.
when you're like kind of in conflict with yourself.
Yeah.
And again, they all sang together at one point, which I really, really like. I
Yeah.
really like it. I like that they only do it like in bits and pieces too. So every time I'm just like, there it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Oh gosh, when they harmonize together, oh,
I love
it's
it.
so
Again,
good.
something you cannot normally hear.
Yeah.
So it just feels so good to the ear.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then let's talk about the video. Ooh, again, moody.
Yeah. Yeah, very moody. I mean, I pointed this out in the beginning. It's like, oh, it's just vertical, so it's meant to be watched on your phone,
Yeah. And it did
So
say LGX, so I
yeah.
was thinking, oh, it's probably sponsored by them.
Yeah.
But I mean, world's cutest dance, which
Yes.
sounds terrible because this is
Yeah.
obviously a sad song, but
Yeah. That hand motion that
it
they
looked
did.
so fun. I
Yeah.
like totally wanted to try it, but I was like, I should rehearse before I do it on camera.
I love how the choreography is very simple,
hmm
but it's adorable.
I particularly liked when the brunette was dancing with one of the rappers and he kind of turned her a little bit and then she flipped around the rest of the way. It's like it felt more like a partnership than like one person leading necessarily.
Yeah.
So I really like that. I like that even though it's co-ed, it's not like one person is dictating how the dance goes. It
Yeah.
feels like a collaborative effort, even on that visual plane, which
Yeah.
is really awesome.
That's awesome. Yes. Ugh. All right. We really, really love this.
I know. In case you guys couldn't tell, I guess we're into it.
Yeah. Yeah. So far, these two
I feel like
songs are.
each song, someone else stands out to me, and that's really good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Most definitely.
Ah.
Ah.
All right. So now we're going to the one that Tammy was like, it looks cute.
It looks so
Hola,
cute. Yeah. I mean, I was capturing the link and then I was like, I think this is a different song. And when I fast forwarded like really quickly to put on our schedule, I'm like, huh, I think I might like this song.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now this one has 53.9 million views. So I'm wondering if maybe Rumor, because it probably wasn't on one of their regular albums, maybe it was a special digital single.
I mean, maybe, or some people are just very finicky about music videos, like, being shot vertically like that.
Mhm.
Some people do like the whole widescreen because, like, there's a lot of people who watch like these music videos on their television screens or like on their computers. And so sometimes when things are shot in vertical, it's not like the optimal way of watching, So, granted, a lot of people are on their phones,
Yeah.
nowadays, but it's a personal preference for many people. So that could be a factor as well. But, or maybe it wasn't promoted enough. Who knows?
Yeah.
We don't know
Yeah.
the history.
Could have been for like a special occasion or
Yeah.
event or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, I like it no matter what.
Still good.
But yeah, I
Please.
just wanted to point out that this one, has shot up quite a bit. It's even more than the first one we saw, Oh Na Na. So they're going up, up, up,
Ah, nice.
up. All right, let's check it out. Hola Hola. I mean, even saying it is fun. All their songs, Oh Na Na, Hola Hola. I mean, come on. Cute.
Rumors.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, see, LG again.
Oh, this sounds tropical. Again with the...
Oh my gosh. Is it them or is it us? I don't know. Well, we know at least one of them's from LA.
Yeah.
기분 좋게 내리쬐는 햇살 마주보면서 웃고 있는 그대와 나
So this is more like EDM.
이렇게 매일 이렇게만 행복함을 계속 안겨줄래 깨고 싶지 않은 꿈만 같아
Can I get your attention, baby girl? Let me tell you something. Hold on, wait a minute. 절대
I really like his rapping.
말로만 표현하기는
I
like
do
the
too.
ocean. 널 향한 사랑이 깊이는 너와 매일마다 깨고파 난 너의 향기 배고파로 감아 Wanna love you
He's
like
like a
it's no
giant.
tomorrow. 바다지 않아.
쓰다듬는 손길이 너무나도 달달해요 그대는 어쩜 이리 질리지가 않죠 이대로 잠깐 시간이 멈췄으면 좋겠단 생각이 자꾸 드네요 Can you feel me burn it up
UV.
Hola, hola, hola
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
좋은 걸 감추려고 애써도
Okay.
멈춰라 럼펌펌펌펌 럼펌펌펌 그냥 있어도 내 가슴이 자연스레 널 향해 뛰고 있으니 모르는 척 넘어가줘 난 부끄럽지 않게 날 안아줘
날아나줘 빈틈없이 마인도핀 파스텔 톤 필름 덮인 노빛 Green Green 유토피아 나날이 더 칠해온 이상색을 악법적인 더비 둘의 싱그런 스텝 마치 봄의 화이트 오션 뷰 스펙트럼 한 폭의 프레임 데자부처럼 눈이 진 되어져 밤의 꿈 한여름 밤의 꿈 달콤 마이 봄
쓰다듬는 손길이 너무나도 달달해요 그대는 어쩜 이리 질리지가 않죠
I love that callback.
시간이 멈췄으면 좋겠단 생각이 자꾸 드네요 Can you feel me burn it up
UV.
Hola, hola, hola 이대로 잠시 시간이 멈췄으면 좋겠단 생각이 자꾸 드네요 Can you feel me burn it up
UV.
Ooh.
How fun.
Again, lots of great sounds. And as you are someone that particularly loves an interesting sound, what'd you
Yeah.
think?
Oh my gosh, I really liked it. Okay, so the last song sounded more like reggaeton to me, but then
Mhm.
this sounds more like again it does have like that tropical tropical feel to
Maybe
it.
it's them.
Yeah. I mean, which I'm totally fine with because again, you can't have enough tropical like music.
No.
But I found it very interesting, like just this is to me, this is like it feels like more a little bit more on the EDM side. And also like the beat just totally dropped when the the purple haired
The
oh
used to be blonde,
yes.
now violet ombre.
Yeah,
I
like a
loved that.
yeah,
Jesus, she
yes.
looked awesome.
Yeah, I mean, like the whole beat completely changed when she started rapping, and then it went
And we were
back.
both like, oh,
Yeah,
oh, hi. Oh, awesome.
yeah. I didn't even know that she rapped too, which is like
Me
really
neither.
cool, really
Three
cool.
rappers.
Yes, three, amazing. Love
Yeah.
it.
I
Yeah.
love that they have the confidence to switch stuff up like that. I
Mm-hmm.
thought that was really, really fun and super surprising. It probably wasn't surprising to people who know the band better, but we were like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, we chose two songs that, they didn't rap. So, I mean, it's like, we just heard their vocals and we already love their vocals already, but to
This was
have
like bonus.
yeah, I mean like you mentioned before, we like surprises. And so that's really, really cool that she started rapping. And
Yes.
so it's like, oh, I'm down for that. Yes.
And I liked what you said earlier about the song being a little more like EDM. It definitely felt more like this would be something I'd put on my getting ready to go out playlist. It's like it's weird because it's not super fast, but I would still consider it like a hype song.
Yeah.
It's the song you play on the way to the party.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it really gave you, again, another fun summer vibe. It's the first time we've seen them in the daylight, so
Yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah.
But as far as the song goes, yeah, I was super surprised. There was three rappers, and then again, there was a portion of the chorus in the middle where they all sang together, and then a portion at the end where they all sang together. And I really love the callback to their earlier track, "Oh Na Na Na." Even
Yes.
even newbies like us can see that.
Yeah.
But I
Amazing.
really love it when a band connects their universe. Like they don't forget where they've been and they want to take you along to where they're going. I
Yeah.
really like that. The sense of past and history, I just feel like it makes a band's catalog richer.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally agree with you on all of that. Were they in Vegas? It seemed like they were.
Yes, I was going to
Yeah.
say it pretty much seems like they start in LA.
Yeah.
I recognize that basketball hoop. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be like, is this LA? But then I was like, no, I'm gonna hold off on that. But then yeah, and then when they were driving and like the part where there's all the stones, I was like, okay, so this is the trip to Vegas.
Yeah.
And then you're in Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah, because like I was like, oh, I think they might be in downtown because I go to Vegas a lot.
Yes.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, I was like, I should know this by now.
Yes, I
But
100% agree with you. I also was like, oh, it's like downtown Vegas.
yeah, yeah.
So that makes it even more fun. So then this is like a road trip song, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as anyone who's ever driven to Vegas knows, driving there with your friends is so fun. You're
It's a lot of
just bumping
fun.
jams, you're excited to go, and music's at a 10. Driving back is sad. Fly.
Yes.
But driving there, the anticipation, the excitement, especially if you have a car full of your besties, is like nothing else. And this song really gives that emotion.
Yeah.
So I thought the visual was a great matchup.
Yeah, I mean, they had so much fun, all of them hanging out together.
Yeah.
Like I noticed their choreography isn't too complex,
Yeah.
but I love that though.
Yeah.
Not all choreographies have to be complex.
No.
And very simple, love the booty pops,
Yeah.
It's
And
just
I
like
love that it seems to be mostly just choruses. Like, the
yes.
rest of the time, they're interacting with the camera or with each other,
Yeah.
which I find really appealing, especially in a band this size.
Yeah. Yeah, and the reason why I mentioned booty pops is because you don't see it often in K-pop. Like they're I feel like it's yeah, like twerking or any like getting low and stuff like that. It's kind of I feel like it's not permitted, you know? Well, I wouldn't say not permitted, but like it's not common, you know?
And maybe it's not something you'll see on a music show,
Yeah, exactly.
you know.
Yeah.
So
So a little bit more conservative over there, but I love how they just let loose on that, you know?
yeah.
And so I find it cool. It's
And I have to
refreshing.
say, I meant to say this in the last one too, but I particularly like their fashion. For Rumor, I really loved like all the pops of orange and like the darker, like almost again tropical flowered shirts. They more were like ferns and palms and stuff. And then for this one, I really liked when they were all dancing and they had like kind of matching jean outfits. Like
Yeah.
they weren't the same, they weren't even the same kind of jean, like they were all different colors,
Hmm.
but it still felt like a unit.
Yeah.
And I loved Lavender Ombre's outfit, like from
Yes.
the chucks to the cute fishnets to that
Yes.
off the shoulder. I just loved every single thing about it, to the nails,
Yeah.
everything. It
Yeah.
was such a fun look, and it really felt like she was expressing herself as, you know, her own style and her own, you know, I don't know. It just felt like it stood out so much. And I feel like in bigger groups, you're not allowed to stand out like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just really loved it. I thought it was really cute. I was like, I want all of that.
Yeah. Like a lot of individuality, right?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
and that's it's great, you know. Like, I feel
Yeah.
I really loved her outfit too. Yeah, I noticed the styling to all of them, you know, it seems like it's very tailored to each one of them.
Mhm.
And I absolutely love it.
Me
So,
too. I
yeah.
think it's really, really cute.
Yeah, super cute.
Ugh.
I know.
Okay,
Uh,
I'm feeling a little crazy because at the beginning of this, I said that there were guitars, but are there only guitars in their new mini? Or was I wrong? Was I listening to a different band, guys? I don't know. I'm not missing them. I'm just surprised.
yeah.
But I really feel won over by these tracks. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
have nothing but smiles on my faces and I'm moving around, you know.
yes. Yes.
Faces?
Same
How many
here.
faces do I have? Sorry, that
I
was weird.
knew what you meant.
You got it.
I got
This
you,
one
girl.
and that one.
Got you, girl.
All
All right. So
right, we
then the
have
next
one
one,
last song. Do you remember what it is?
I have a memory of a goldfish, so I do not.
It's Gunshot.
Oh yeah, that's right. Gunshot. Yes. This
I really thought you were going to say it because you started with a G.
oh
Um,
I was like, no, memory of a goldfish. But yeah, this song was I believe both Lessa and Alex like this song a lot. So
awesome. This one has 32.6 million views. And this one, I believe, is from 2020.
okay.
And then I think you said they took a little break after that.
Yeah, yeah. So I think they took a little hiatus and then came back in 2022, but you guys could correct me if I'm wrong, you know, because it
I
sounds
mean, didn't we all take a little hiatus from
I
2020
know.
to 2022?
I mean, I could be absolutely wrong, but it sounded like when Ring the Alarm was back, like uh, all
They
of the
were
card
back.
fans, yeah, all the card fans were really, really, really excited. Sounded like it's been a while since they released new music.
So awesome. We're so lucky that we're like falling into the fandom right at the time where they're starting to tour again.
Yes, yes, yes.
Good timing.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Pats on the back for us.
Thanks, you guys. Ooh. All right. Well, let's get it started. This is Gunshot.
Okay, before you do, it
Oh,
looks very moody right now, and it looks very Dexterish. So,
oh, you're concerned, aren't you?
oh
That
yeah,
much plastic wrap.
yeah. And if you guys don't know what Dex, like when I said Dexterish, it's from the show Dexter, and just look up at the show, the whole premise of it. I'll leave it at that.
If you ever open a door and it looks like this, don't go in that room.
Yeah, absolutely do not.
Do not.
All right.
All right, here we go. Gunshot.
Oh wow.
That was a body bag, wasn't it?
I think it was.
I thought it was a guitar case, but. Oh.
Ooh. Oh gosh, they all look tortured.
Love, be the marker for letters. Love, with the 포장에 난 매번 selfish. I will never be enough. 내 모든 걸 쏟아부어도.
끝없는 war 또 끝없이 more 겨냥이 들리지 않게 날카로운 말 like bullets they are I will surrender my darling I don't give a damn about you when you're so
Whoa.
I don't give a damn about you it's pain
As long as you love me, the good or the ugly, 무엇이든 다 괜찮아. It's like you control me, without you I'm lonely. 하지만 난 다르잖아. Your words are like a gun. Shut
Ooh.
up, I'm bleeding love. They hit me like a gun. Shut up, I'm bleeding love.
They hit me like a They hit me like a Yeah I'm feeling like I'm in pain 불게 눈 감았던 패 그가 너 보색을 은패 이젠 이 족쇄 스타일 패 인형과 트랩 발목 잡은 트랩 갈 거기서 건네었네 주말들은 삭제 yeah 너라는 꼬리표 떼었네 yeah
I swear when I'm calling. Oh shit, I ain't slowly. 뱉어낸 네 말은 날 죽게 like bullets. 나는 그 trigger 감싸고 pull it. As long as you love me, the good or the ugly, 무엇이든 다 괜찮아. It's like you control me, without you I'm lonely. 하지만 넌 아니잖아. Your words are like a gun. Shut up, I'm bleeding love. They hit me like a gun. Shut up, I'm bleeding love. Baby, there's hope. I'm letting there we are. Oh no, no love. Only there we are. No more.
One shot, two shot, three shot, four 더 견뎌낼 수 없어 나를 위해서라도 너의 건
Shut up, I'm bleeding love. Your words are like shut up, I'm bleeding love. They hit me like a gun. Shut up, I'm bleeding love.
Whoa.
Wow. Oh jeez.
Whoa.
Okay,
Okay, this was not tropical. Wow. That hit so different. Wow.
Yeah, so this is like now this is really cool because like we've listened to a lot of, I mean, not a lot, but like the three songs where we're like, oh yeah, it kind of has like summer tropical vibes, you know, reggaeton or EDM. So now we get to see a different side of them and
Yes.
very dark, very moody, and a lot of bass. A lot of bass, you know, and it fits the whole moody vibe.
Yeah, I mean, the part I personally am not a huge fan of using the sound of gunshots in music. I just think it's overdone.
Mhm.
But this was perfect.
Yeah.
Like the way, to your point, it accentuated the bass. It was just about highlighting that beat. It wasn't used overly like over the top. There wasn't too much of it. I really thought for this song, it made sense. It
Yeah.
worked. It wasn't just like extraneous, like for shock value. It
Yeah.
wasn't for shock value. That's what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
So to me, that was really like, what? Because personally, I think, gunshots and children's choirs, very overused. I know those are two very different things, guys, but trust me.
Yeah.
Take a listen next time. But for this, they really, really worked. And this song, the lyrics, the whole mood of it, I mean, take the visuals away if you can. And it still has a much more sinister, menacing quality to it, especially the lyrics. I just thought they were honestly heartbreaking.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely very, very dark because we
Yeah.
just saw them like smiling and
Taking a
like,
road trip.
yeah, taking a road trip, and just having the time of their lives.
Yeah.
And then you see something like this where you kind of see that like duality from them, which is like really, really cool,
Yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting this. To me, it really came out of nowhere and kind of like smacked me around a little.
Yeah. Which is really cool to see a different color from them,
Yeah.
rather than like seeing them, do the same thing over and over again because
Yeah.
it wouldn't make them a good band, right? If it's
You got to evolve. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And so yeah, the concept to this music video too, it's like
Crazy.
what? Okay, they all look like they were all beat up somehow,
Yeah.
with all the slashes on their faces and stuff like that. And it you would think that it was too much, but I think the makeup was perfect for them as
Yeah.
well, like it didn't distract me from like watching them like sing, because you would think, I mean, sometimes you watch music videos and you see people get really overdone with their makeup, like
This you could still see them.
yes, yes. So, and I like that a lot, of course, like yeah, the whole concept is just like, whoa. I was not expecting that at all either.
No.
I mean, like, not that I was expecting like rainbows and unicorns, because
I mean, it is called Gunshot.
yes. And so already, like from the beginning, just seeing like all the plastic and everything, it's just like, okay, well, we definitely have that dark feel to it.
Yeah.
But then, like, as it progresses, it's just like, what is happening right now? Oh my god!
And I did think it was very interesting. The lyrics could be, they could have been more like sad for yourself, like, like feeling depressed. I mean, the ones that really hit me were "I'm bleeding love" and "You're not."
Yeah.
But instead of being sad about it, they were pissed.
Mm-hmm.
And it really changed. I mean, if you just read those lyrics to me, I would not think that this is how they would be interpreted.
Yeah.
So again, surprises, like
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
And I thought that that was just really, really interesting. I thought it was interesting when the one rapper was talking about someone trying to grab him by the ankles and drag him down. And like, I mean, they obviously have been burned by love, but they're not gonna forgive you.
No.
That's what I got from this. You are not forgiven. In fact, I will take everything from you, like you've done to me.
Yeah, clearly, because like at the end, one of them just dies from a gunshot. So,
Yeah.
and in a body bag. So,
I just thought it was really interesting. Like, if you read the lyrics, I'm not sure this is the interpretation you would expect to hear.
yeah, yeah. Ugh, another good song by KARD.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
And like you said, much darker, much moodier. I would be interested to know if maybe this kind of duality is featured on their albums, like they are able to do both seamlessly, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I do feel like most of their songs, or at least the four songs we saw, all had very different versions of love.
Yeah.
Um, and I really like that too. I like that they're not all, desperate heartache or unicorns and roses. There's a lot of gray in these songs,
Mm-hmm.
and that is, more interesting to me than just everything's great or everything's bad. Like there's still a fine line of like there's like a murkiness to them.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of realistic too, right?
Hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
I mean, because life is a gray area. There, it's not
Yeah.
black and white, so it's
And
really
these songs kind of represent that in a good way.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So yeah, I so far I like all the songs so far that we listened
Yes.
to. So even though we were like, oh yeah, the first three like we're like, oh yeah, still has a tropical vibe.
I
But
feel like that was a coincidence. I don't know how that
but
happened.
but but also, even though they kind of have that summery vibe or whatnot, they still had different beats to it,
Mhm.
like a different kind of like vibe, I guess.
And
Like
the second one, Rumor, was sorrowful, even
yeah,
though it was upbeat. It
yeah,
was much, I can see how that you can go from that to Gunshot.
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like that whole storytelling, right? So
Yes. Again, I love a good storyteller,
yeah,
and sometimes sometimes I feel like that hits you harder because you go on the journey with them instead of them just telling you where they're at now.
yeah.
It's much more engaging.
So I like this band a lot because they're also utilizing like who they have, right?
Mhm.
So like in terms of like storytelling, like we mentioned earlier about rumors, like the switchback between like the male rappers and the females, how they're like portraying a story and stuff like that. So I like how they are using that to their advantage as a
Yeah.
band,
Yeah. They
Uh,
have something special other bands don't have, and
yeah.
they know how to play it up. They do a really good job emphasizing it.
Yeah. And their concepts are very interesting. I mean, we saw a really fun one when they're road tripping to a dark one where they're like, man, love sucks and you made
Right.
it suck, and
And
so
again,
you're
a
gonna pay.
very yeah,
Yeah.
again, a very different fashion.
Yeah.
Each one of these videos had very, very different fashion. I particularly loved, that interesting face beaded mask
Yeah.
that she was wearing. I thought the taller rapper who was suddenly blonde and like in a lot of white, where he was splashing around all that black paint,
Yeah.
very cool stylistically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just really liked it. I'm still like processing it. I think it was very different
Hmm.
from what we'd seen before, but I really liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Lessa and Alex, once again. Thank you
You
so
guys get
much.
us.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, how did you guys know that we would like this band? Yeah, we really, really enjoyed this band. Again, we need more co-ed bands.
Yes.
And the great thing about them is that even though they're a co-ed band, they're actually really, really good. It's not like
Yes.
it's not like a Joe Schmo or whatever that,
It's not just like a stunt.
yeah,
Like they're obviously a cohesive unit that
yes,
works well together
yeah,
creatively.
yeah. And you could tell that they work really, really well together,
Yeah.
like their harmonization, their concepts, like,
The way they toss the lyrics back and forth. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
So, so
good.
good. So I'm looking forward to seeing them at the end of the month. And
Yeah.
also, I mean, my goodness, looking forward to listening to their whole back catalog now. Uh,
Me too.
it's gonna be
Ah!
fun.
Yay.
Yay. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video with us. If you guys like this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we are
La LaChiMoLaLa.
LaChiMoLaLa. And we will see you guys next week for One Us. One Us?
Ooh.
One Us? Hopefully I'm
Sure.
saying that right. Oh,
We'll
and
know by the time we rendezvous.
yes, we will rendezvous with them next week, you guys. Oh, thank
All
you
right.
so much again. Annyeong!
Annyeong!